Hi there, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, January 17th. Well, last night some sleet and freezing rain broke out at the onset of this current precipitation event, especially north and west of from Philadelphia all the way up to the suburbs of New York City. There were even some snowflakes involved in the mixture for several hours in the middle of the night last night. By late last night, temperatures rose above freezing throughout the Mid-Atlantic region here close to the big cities, and now the precipitation is all in the form of plain rain. We'll have occasional rain throughout the day. This warm-up, however, will only last one day as a strong cold front comes through tonight, and the rest of the week looks rather cold, and there are a couple of interesting events coming down the pike, one for Thursday night and the other for late Friday night into Saturday, and snow could be involved in both events in a good part of the Mid-Atlantic region. Let's take a look at the latest surface map. Well, we do have a broad southwesterly flow of air ahead of this cold front right now that's out over the Midwest, headed into the east. There's some rain. The rain has shut off for a little while from Philadelphia to New York City. That'll pick back up again over the next few hours, and we'll have occasional rain and a decent rainfall, perhaps half an inch in many spots. Not an extreme event of any sort, but a decent rainfall that continues right into the early evening hours, and there can be a shower overnight as this cold front sweeps on through. Now, behind the front, winds will be quite gusty again tomorrow, perhaps 35 miles per hour or so. Temperatures mostly in the 30s, and that cold weather will continue for the rest of the week. Now, farther to the northwest, it's just an amazing event taking shape over the Pacific Northwest. They are getting pounded by Pacific storm after Pacific storm over the next few days. Could result in a historic snowstorm for places like Seattle, and in some of the higher western-facing slopes of the Cascades in Washington and Oregon, they could have up to 10 to 15 feet of snow over the next several days. Well, quite a dramatic temperature change from yesterday morning to this morning. Of course, yesterday morning we were still in the throes of an Arctic air mass here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Much milder air moved in late last night, and today temperatures will approach 50 degrees. We're some 20-25 degrees warmer this morning compared to yesterday morning. Here we look at this 24-hour temperature change from the Penn State EWAL site. And again, this changed all the frozen precipitation last night to rain, plain rain, by late last night in the wee hours of the morning, and it'll be very mild today. For the mid part of January, this is quite amazing, approaching 50 degrees. Now, farther to the west, you have quite a change on the opposite side of things. Much colder in this region right here from 24 hours ago to this morning, and that cold shot is moving into the east overnight tonight, so by tomorrow morning will be much colder than this morning as that cold front sweeps through in the overnight hours. Here's the latest radar loop. All of this now is in the form of rain. The sleet and freezing rain is over with. Temperatures are above freezing from Washington across Philly to New York City, on their way up towards the mid to upper 40s, and in some places 50 degrees plus, perhaps 55 in the Washington, D.C. area. Again, the rain shut off a couple of hours ago, basically from Philadelphia area up through New York City, but it's currently raining again in the D.C. metropolitan region, and rain is headed east for the Philadelphia and New York City regions, and it'll be occasional. The pattern will be basically sporadic rain for the rest of the day, and some of it can come down hard for a while, and perhaps half an inch or so of rain on average throughout the Mid-Atlantic region. As it winds down tonight, there still can be a shower or so as that cold front sweeps on through the region. Well, I thought we'd look at three different shots of the GFS for the three different events. The current event, which is a mild rain event, and then we'll look ahead to Thursday night's event that would be all snow, but on the light side, and then the storm for Saturday that we'll look at that can be rain or snow in many parts of the Mid-Atlantic region, has a little bit more moisture associated with that storm compared to the Thursday night clipper that we'll talk about in a second. Here's the GFS map for tonight. Strong cold front by this time is pressing into the Mid-Atlantic region, and it'll turn windy and colder for tomorrow. Temperatures back down in the 30s for the most part, perhaps touching 40 in some spots, but some 10 degrees colder than it will be today. The rain basically pulls out of here by early tonight, maybe a shower or so overnight, and again, the big change will be the winds will start gusting late tonight and tomorrow up to 35 miles per hour or so. Well, let's take a peek ahead now to the Thursday night event. This is a clipper type system here Thursday evening, we have a low pressure area that really drops southeast from Canada towards the eastern Great Lakes. And you can see it's got a swath of moisture all the way down to the Washington, D.C. area. Nothing heavy. These are typically moisture starved, as they do not have moisture, of course, from the Atlantic Ocean or the Gulf of Mexico in most cases. So they're rather moisture starved. However, what will fall on Thursday night will be all in the form of snow throughout the Mid-Atlantic region. So there may be a couple hours of snow or snow showers from Washington up to New York City. Nothing to get too excited about, but whatever falls will be in the form of snow because it'll be cold throughout all levels of the atmosphere from this Clipper system on Thursday night. Now let's jump ahead to the event on Saturday. This actually looks like it could begin late Friday night into Saturday. This is a little different story compared to the Clipper. The Clipper was dropping southeast from Canada. On Saturday, that will be a southern system that will head from the southeastern states to off the mid-Atlantic coast. Now there's a little bit more precipitation. This is a little bit more of a moisture-laden storm, certainly compared to the Clipper that's coming through Thursday night. But the rain-snow line is cutting through the Mid-Atlantic region, and that will be a question in terms of the precipitation type. There, certainly from Philadelphia north and east, there is the threat of some snow or perhaps a mixture. Odds favor rain in the Washington, D.C. area, but even down there, there is the threat of some snow from this. So we'll have to update this and monitor this over the next couple of days. But definitely mild today with some occasional rain, then a weak Clipper Thursday night with a little bit of light snow possible, and then finally a little bit more impressive system for late Friday night and Saturday that comes out of the south. That could be rain, snow, or a mixture in the Mid-Atlantic region. More on that as we approach the weekend. That's it for now. For the SIWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.